It's a fact that there is much more to artists than just their music. Join us as we follow Ty Scott recording artists as they take us deeper into their passions, their campaigns, and their projects. This week on The Real Life. Cheryl Fortune, Ty Scott recording artist and one of gospel music's most amazing voices. Though she is well known for her singing ability and music, there is so much more to Cheryl Fortune. Join us as we have a conversation with her about her campaign against domestic violence.
I'm gonna ask you some questions. We're having some fun. Let's get it on there, real life. This is not a gospel R&B.
Not available.
Speak out.
Speak up.
Speak out.
Speak up. So my Speak Up campaign, we are trying to jump this off the ground. I'm actually getting more sponsors on board now as we speak. And I just wanted to kind of open up a safe haven and a platform for women to be able to, those who are dealing with abuse, to speak about it, to talk about it, because I think the number one thing is we're scared, and I know for me, that was one of the biggest things. I was terrified. Because I didn't know, even with being in the public eye, what was going to happen, So I want to be able to open up a platform, but it be a safe haven, a place of confidentiality, but it also providing resources for them, whether it's being financial, counseling, because that is the number one thing that we need, is counseling.
Absolutely.
Listen, I wouldn't have made it without some professional help and accountability partners being around me. So that's what I want to provide.
Many of you know Bishop Scott as the co-founder of Ty Scott Records, but he does so much more than that. He's a pastor, a dentist, an author, and an advocate for holistic health. He does various things throughout the community to bring awareness to the importance of holistic health, including his very popular Feel Good Fridays.
It's Feel Good Friday. It's Feel Good Friday. Feel Good Friday. Here is your ultimate boost tip. Our bodies are the temple of God. How dare we fill His temple with that which is detrimental to its well-being?
Hi, this is Bishop Leonard Scott with Real Health and Wellness.
What's the easiest thing you can do when you don't have a gym?
You don't really have to have a gym in order to get your exercise in. I guess it's nice to have a gym membership, but you can just walk. Just get your lazy self up out of that bed and walk. When you move, it does things for you. It gets your heart to beating. It gets your lungs to going, and it just, it helps you. Do some push-ups. They say push-ups are one of the best exercises that you can do that almost touches every muscle in your body. Just lean against the wall. Put a hand against the wall and like that. And then, do what they call knee push-ups. Get down on your knees. You can do a push-up like that, and then get on your toes and do a push-up like that. Not that hard. So here we are on the road, this fabulous place where we're staying, and we have to decide what we're gonna eat. You can go on a fast if you want to. Usually what happens is you go to one of them fast food places and get the quickest thing you can get, which is probably the most unnutritious thing you can get. Fritos. We love these things. Do you know what they do for you nutritionally? Absolutely nothing. How about plain cookies. Right on the airplane, there you go. Boy, I tell you, you put the Fritos with the cookies, you got the sweet and the salt. Boy, you just in your world. But it's doing absolutely nothing for your nutrition. But what you need to do is go to the grocery store and get you some nice organic apples or some bananas. Bananas full of potassium. What you need, these things that build your body. Look at here, what about these? Oranges. Now you know what? They discovered years ago that sailors on the ship, they wondered why they got what they called scurvy. The gums would bleed when they went out to sea. And on this one particular ship, they were shipping oranges, and they started eating oranges, and they found out their gums didn't bleed. Well, of course, now we know it's because oranges are full of vitamin C. And vitamin C helps strengthen your blood vessels. And so you need all these vitamins that you get, and minerals and nutrients that you get in real whole food that you don't get in junk food that tastes so good but does absolutely nothing for your health. So the conclusion of the whole matter is, when you're out on the road, you can eat healthy. You know, instead of going to the fast food place, go to the grocery store. You know, get you some bananas, get you some apples, get you some fruit, and get you some vitamin pills. Take some vitamins. Get you some water instead of Pepsi. Oh, soda pop. Or whatever. You know, get away from all the processed sugar and get good healthy foods. And I'm telling you, you'll feel a lot better and you'll live a lot longer.
Wow, thank you for those tips, Bishop. And now to another Ty Scott artist, Javen. Javen has a new CD out called Grace. It's available everywhere. But he's not just a music artist, he's also a host, television producer, and a pastor. Let's learn a little bit more about this as we join a conversation between Jermaine Dolly as he interviews Javen about his life behind the music.
Speaking of the shows, you have a show on TBN, right?
Yes.
Yeah, talk about that.
So there's two shows. So I have a show called Now Living, which we shoot both in Europe and the UK as well as.
Oh, you're international, Jamie. International.
Anyways, I shoot it in UK, and then we shoot another one in based in Orlando. That's on TBN Salsa and on TBN UK. But we just launched a brand new show. I'm extremely excited about it because this becomes a brand new avenue for gospel music. It's called the Gospel Worship Experience, GWE, and that's going to be presented this fall for a whole season. But we're in pre-production and we're shooting shows right now, and I'm excited about that because. It's really an urban worship show. It's not a showcase show. Oh, you seen it?
I've seen clips
on social media.
Right.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Dolly, it really is something unique that we have not seen on TV before for gospel. Right. You know, I think having been on the CCM side and some of the other sides, you know, they don't know that we are worshipers as well. We are praisers. Yeah, we can kill it, we can show stop and all that kind of stuff. But you have a generation of urban churches and ministries that do know how to worship God. And so we're showcasing what it means to have an opportunity to worship God. And we're bringing in, you know, some of gospel's best, Tasha Cobbs, Travis Greens, J.J. Harris, all of those. And myself, along with Ty Tribbett, we're hosting this big arena, it seats about 3,000 people at the Holy Land in Orlando. We're getting ready to tape a third installment of the show July 23rd with, let's see who's coming, Tamla Mann, Kim Burrell, Brian Courtney Wilson, and Jonathan Nelson will be at this one. Wow. And then we've already shot two other installments prior to this with everybody from, like I said, the ones I mentioned already. Miranda was there, and Kiki shared. You're just talking about the power of God. What it captures is in my opinion, if you can capture the essence of God, or if you can capture the Shekinah of worship from an urban perspective, that's what GWE is. And I'm telling you, I believe it's going to open the door for a lot of new artists and folks that I believe have that sound of worship. One of the reasons that took a little while to get back was we launched a church 4 years ago called the Now Church in Hollywood, Florida. So let me shout out my church.
Yeah, please. Don't do that. Don't forget the church. Pastor, you did not say nothing about our church, Pastor. we was listening to you. You didn't think we listened to you,
Exactly.
Pastor. We was listening.
Exactly.
All the way from
So
LA
let me say,
to
I
right
love.
here in Philadelphia,
Yes.
we listened.
No. I love that, man. Awesome church. When I did the Worship in the Now CD years ago, which was back in, we recorded 2011.
Right.
That launched a Worship in the Now conference, which launched the Bible study, which then launched in 2014 the Now Church. I'm a PK, son of a bishop.
Right.
Dad went on to be with the Lord. Mom was waiting for somebody. I'm 12 out of 13 children. Ain't nobody want to grab the pulpit.
Right.
I moved back from California to Florida, and in 2014 we launched the Now Church, multicultural church, doing a lot of great things for the community. Just contemporary edge and just really practical in teaching the Word of God and really trying our best to exemplify the grace of God and the love of God. It was extremely important for me to be a part of a church that exemplified the love of God more than anything else, because I've grown up in church all my life. I can't say I always felt loved or felt the love of God. If anything, I felt the correction. I felt the rebukes. You know what I'm talking about.
I got you.
But I can't say I always felt it. I know people say, oh, love chasing it, love is hard, Yeah, but as a kid, you should want to feel love, like you want to go to Disney World, when it comes to church. So we're excited about the Now Church.
The Real Life.
On the next episode of The Real Life.
Yo, what am I holding in my hand?
To see more episodes of The Real Life, subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Real Life TV.